These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mark Z via PDK. It's exceptionally quiet on the RV front. A lot of them say things appear to be on schedule, but nothing more than that. We have Iraq budget scheduled to release on the 20th. Question, I wonder, are we going to see something this month or going into next month? Mark Z said, I very much think we will see it this month. Mountain Goat says, I want to remind everyone again that when they do decide RV, they must follow the process already set up to do it as I was told in 2011 by Dr. Shabibi. Also, all the other past rate changes, article after article, came out afterwards telling us about them. This is what will happen again. Folks, the RV, when it happens, will not be a secret. Get it? It will be sudden and swift. In summary, the process begins in Iraq with the project to delete the zeros. Once they complete this project, they must wait for inflation, 1 to 2 weeks. Then if all goes well, they will trigger the reinstatement to 4x. So I'm told right now we are waiting for yet one more rate change from 1320 to around 1000. I think more like 1100-ish, 1166-ish. The rate of 1320 is very close to it. All right, Frank26 Firefly Channel 1 says Iraq needs half of the existing exchange companies and banking needs to be rehabilitated. Frank says, yes, they're shutting them down left and right. They're selecting which ones will give licenses back because they will need many money exchangers when the rate goes up inside of Iraq because they will bring in their 3-0 notes and exchange them for the lower dinars because the lower dinars will be more powerful than the 3-0 notes and, in my opinion, more powerful than the American dollar. Mark my word. Militiaman says there was an article, 41 million forged dinars seized by the Kurdistan region. 41 million dinars isn't a lot of money, right? But what it was 41,025,000 notes that were seized, they forged. Why would somebody do that? They would do that because they're trying to figure out a way to game the system because they know something is changing. All right, Claire article, quote, a government source, Al-Sudani, will announce that the stolen materials will be returned from its refineries. Caparoni says, claims the dinar is at a program rate. There's no such thing as a program rate. The exchange rate of dinar is the rate of the dinar. Caparoni says Iraq won't trade the dinar internationally at the current exchange rate of 1310. They already do, and that is the exchange rate. Frank26 article, quote, many financial advisors in the government hope with the release of the budget funds that next month will be a catalyst for a very large decrease in the dollar exchange rate. Frank says, well, the CBI can't do that. How can you get a very large decrease in the American exchange rate against the dinar? By adding value to the Iraqi dinar exchange rate, which is what they're about to do. Walking Stick says it is possible we'll see more arrests coming. Money from many different bank accounts from around the world has been retrieved. All of this has an effect. When they retrieve all this money/property, this has an effect on the new exchange rate. It has an effect on the release of the new currency. 3 trillion Iraqi dinar, over $2 billion is what Sudani recovered. Sudani is doing what's needed to bring forth the new exchange rate. All right, Mark Z says Iraq is cleaning dinar off the streets, cleaning up from counterfeit to illegal dinar. They have already taken 1.4 trillion in dinar off the streets in the last few days. This is part of the same effort to support the value. They are getting rid of corruption. They are trying to control the dinar completely so they can justify a value change. They are working hard towards it. I believe it's going to happen quicker than we think. They will go after the majority of the corruption, then release the new rate. I think it's imminent. Iraq has put themselves out there with projects. They need that change in value. All right, Samson article, quote, the theft of the century has become an international issue and countries do not mind extraditing those involved. All right, Militiaman says they're going to have to be able to get to the stage. Look, are we going to do the allocations for the 23 budget? Are we going to disperse that money? Are we going to spend it? They haven't done that yet. They're not going to be able to buy all those widgets at 1310, build those bridges and all those different things. It just doesn't work. All right, and lastly, Bruce via Wiser Now. We're sort of the day by day situation that what we've been told. We're minutes away. This is getting ready to go. Things are really happening. I think the next 2 to 3 days are going to be really significant if we go this week. Iraq is still saying they're going to put out a new rate, open their budget, and pull it out in their Gazette. It might wait until Saturday, or it could be printed in a special edition of the Gazette, and the so called HCL, the hydrocarbon law, the oil and gas law, which has been passed a long time ago, would be implemented with the new rate. We will see what happens.